What's up guys, my name is Guenther. Welcome to the channel. I'm a professional wakeboarder and Axis team athlete, and today I am very excited to be taking you through the all-new 2023 T235 from Axis Wake. Tommy's of Florida has graciously lent me the boat for the day, and so if you're in the Central Florida area, be sure to hit them up for all your Axis and Malibu needs. There has been a ton of hype surrounding this boat, and the reason being is that it kind of bridges that gap between what the T220 was, or is, and the T250, essentially creating this perfect mid-size wake boat. And since it's modeled off the backbone of the T23, this thing is really gonna take a notch up in that level of performance. I love to talk specs on boats, and so for the T235, it really hits them all right on the money. Coming in at 23.5 feet, at around 5,400 pounds for the dry weight, and having the capacity for 16 people. And you can just see how spacious this thing is. Feels like you could fit 16 people and a cat in here pretty easily. So since this is a new boat, you may be wondering, well, what's new on this thing? So the one thing that's a big standout in the feature you can see is that we've got a deeper hull on this. And so because the freeboard of the boat is running higher, and the gunnel lines are higher, this means that as you sit in the boat, you actually sit deeper, so you kind of have like a deeper, more comfortable ride in here. With that hull being deeper as well, the wake and wave is definitely going to be juicier, displacing way more water. And once again, because that gunnel line's higher and the freeboard's higher, you're going to eliminate a lot of that spray that might come over the side when running down the lake. So the real kicker and the feature that is going to make the most difference from a T23 is that we've upgraded the prop shaft to a 1 3/4 inch shaft along with a 17-inch prop. So this paired with the Malibu Montu engine, this one's an M5, comes with that 2-to-1 transmission. This is really going to allow the boat to just have much more power with more weight and run lower RPMs at the same time. So this means when you have all those extra passengers or all that extra weight really trying to juice up your surf or wakeboard wave, you're gonna be running those lower RPMs and just keeping a more efficient pace on the boat. So to just do a quick walkthrough, we've obviously got the super spacious Axis platform, classic, comes on all boats. And then underneath me, we've got the Power Wedge 3 along with our surf gate system. These options are ones that I think are just absolutely necessary, kind of the must have. As we move on to the back, we've got our classic sun deck pads, and these are great too. All flip up on hinges with your life jacket warmer and then your rear lockers that hold either, extra equipment, or they've got those fat sacks in there for a bigger wave. So in the lounge area, we've kind of got our standard storage compartments. All these seats come on flip up hinges, which I absolutely love. Is like a great feature. So your standard storage compartment, all the gear you could ask for, and then the one over here has the cooler in it. We've also got the Skybox pull-out seat, more cup holders than you could even ask for, and then of course the soft touch phone holder, so plenty of features. Out of the lounge and onto the tower, we've got our bungee swivel board racks. These are great, very practical, very cost effective. However, I do prefer the PTM Edge clamping board racks, but regardless, those are still great. AW20 tower comes with those customizable colors, and then with your Wet Sounds sound package, you can really deck it out to be as loud or, as easy as it wants to be, but it'll still get the job done. Now we're in the helm, and this is an area where I could spend all day, and sometimes I actually do. But when I'm here, I like to use the bolster seat, kind of flips up, gives you a little bit of extra vision over the top. Also, coming in with, this is gonna be the Sport Dash in here. Comes with a couple different options if you wanna go for the Core Dash or that upgraded Premium Sport Dash. However, whatever dash you choose is still gonna come with a touchscreen, and all of it's gonna be highly functional, highly practical. So out of the helm and into the bow is where the T235 has kind of gotten another little bit of a facelift, kind of extending the width of it here. So it almost feels like you're in an A series or kind of a pickle fork style boat, but as it tapers back, it gives you that traditional look, the traditional bow. Everyone loves that. All right, we've seen the T235 inside and out, but now it's time to get out on the lake and see what this thing can really do. We'll see you out there. All right, we're back on the lake, and so we're gonna get started with a wakeboard session. We got this thing pretty loaded up with it having the M5. We did a little test run yesterday and felt like it was getting on plane really nicely, so we added a little bit more weight. And our weight breakdown is gonna look like we've got our kind of standard plug and plays in the back here, so our fat sacks. We're gonna fill those all the way up. We've got about 200 underneath the starboard seat. We've got around 300 under the port seat, and then we've got around 500 under the Skybox pull-out seat. We're gonna fill that center tank all the way and have about 150 of lead in the walkway. We're gonna keep that bow bag completely empty. I think that's gonna give us a really nice wake for having a ton of fun out here. taking a quick breather. Really like the way this thing's shaping up. It's got a nice lip and a nice takeoff zone on both sides, and I feel it's giving me enough landing room, enough transition as well to keep those landings nice and soft. And we do have like a little bit of wind texture out here, but the wake is like holding shape really nicely, which I'm kind of surprised about. So I say we go back for a little bit more and keep it up. What a session. Blue skies, little bumpy water, but that was a great time on the water. Overall, I'm really impressed with what the T235 was capable of, especially when running the M5 engine. In my Axis A24 in 2021, I've got an LT4 in that, so I've got a ton of weight and that thing handles all the weight with no problem. But with the upgraded engine, upgraded prop, and the prop shaft, I felt like we had, you know, a very substantial amount of weight in here. The wake was at a really high performing level for a lot of really great wakeboard tricks, and I'm sure the wake surf wave is going to be a very similar pace. With everything combined, I felt that the boat handled really well when driving and just overall provided, you know, kind of a great bang for your buck in terms of what's happening out behind the boat. I want to give a big thank you to Tommy's of Florida for hooking me up with the T235 for the day. If you're looking to get a new Axis for the summer, hit up your local dealership and get in contact with them. Overall, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you on the next one.